The screen shattered in my hand, or at least it felt like it did, when his message popped up. You think you can ghost me after that win? Rematch. Now. Or are you scared? Ghost Rider. My heart slammed against my ribs like a rogue asteroid because I wasn't just any player. I was the idiot who'd built this fake profile to mess with him, and now Jake Harlan, my high school nemesis, was calling my bluff from across the digital void. Sweat beaded on my forehead in the dim glow of my laptop, the cursor blinking like an accusation, and I realized with a gut punch that one stupid prank had just yanked open the door to every buried secret I'd spent 4 years slamming shut. I slammed my laptop shut, the clap echoing through my cramped dorm room like a gunshot in a library. It was freshman year at UCLA, and I'd convinced myself that college was my clean slate, a sprawling campus of palm trees and ocean breezes where I could bury the ghosts of Lincoln High. But Jake Harlan? He was no ghost. He was the living, breathing thorn in my side, the golden boy who'd stolen every spotlight I'd ever craved. Captain of the basketball team, straight-A jock with that effortless grin that made girls, and okay, a few guys, swoon. We'd been rivals since sophomore year, clashing on the court, in class debates, even over who got the last slice at lunch. But it wasn't just competition. It was something sharper, something that twisted in my chest like a knife whenever his eyes locked on mine during a layup drill. Intense, unreadable, like he saw right through my trash talk to the scared kid underneath. I'd always known I was gay. Figured it out at 13, watching some indie film on Netflix about two boys in a summer storm, their hands brushing like it was the end of the world. But Lincoln High was small-town Ohio baked into Southern California's melting pot. Conservative pockets where fag was still currency among the lockers. Coming out? Not an option. Not with my dad, the ex-Marine who coached Pee Wee football and quoted Reagan like scripture. Not with Mom, who baked apple pies for church fundraisers and prayed over dinner for guidance in these trying times. So I armored up, joined the basketball team, dated the cheerleader, laughed loudest at the locker room jokes. And Jake? He was the perfect foil. His family was old money, summers in the Hamptons, dad a lawyer who sued Big Pharma for fun. He didn't need to hide. He owned every room he walked into. Our rivalry peaked senior year. State playoffs, tied game, 30 seconds left. I had the ball, the crowd a roaring blur. Jake guarded me like a shadow, his breath hot on my neck, whispering, "Come on, Ellis. Show me what you've got." I faked left, drove right, but he anticipated, always did, and swatted the shot clean. Buzzer. Lost. The sting of it lingered like cheap whiskey, fueling late-night what-ifs. What if I'd made it? What if he'd tripped? What if, in that split-second press, I turned and kissed him instead of shoving past? Fast forward to now. Westwood, California, where the air smelled like eucalyptus and ambition. I traded basketball for esports, safer, anonymous. No sweat-soaked jerseys, just pixels and pseudonyms. I mained in Shadowforge, an online battle arena game where guilds clashed in neon-lit realms. It was my escape, my rebellion. And yeah, petty as it sounds, I created Ghost Rider 87 to troll Jake. I'd heard through the grapevine, Facebook groups, alumni chats, that he'd gone to Stanford, joined their esports team. Big surprise. The guy's reflexes were surgical. So one bored night, fueled by Red Bull and resentment, I built the profile. A cocky avatar with a smirking helmet. Bio reading haunting noobs since '09. Bring it, pretty boys. I friend him in-game. Dropped trash talk in chats. Heard you choked in playoffs. Still crying over that swat. It was cathartic, slicing open old wounds without risking a real bruise. For weeks, it was harmless fun. He'd bite back. Ghost? More like poltergeist. Weak sauce. And we'd queue up matches. He was good, infuriatingly so, but I edged him out a few times with cheese strats, laughing alone in my room as his avatar rage quit. Felt like payback, like finally winning that last shot. Until tonight. That message. Not just a taunt, a demand. Rematch. Now. My fingers hovered over the keys, pulse thundering. Block him? Ghost for real? Or log in and face the music? I logged in. The lobby loaded, pixels swirling into a cyber coliseum. There he was, Harlan Heat. His avatar a flaming knight, sword raised. Private queue invite. I accepted, stomach nodding. The match started, 5 rounds, no mercy. He came at me aggressive, chaining combos I barely parried. "You're slipping, ghost," he typed mid-fight. Voice chat off but words slicing. I countered with a feint, landing a crit that shaved his health bar. "Luck," he shot back. Round 2. I dominated, dodging his ULT like it was that playoff SWAT in reverse. Victory screen flashed. His response, "BS strat. One more. Voice on this time." Voice. "Oh hell no." My throat went dry. What if he recognized me? Accents, laughs, 4 years hadn't erased that. But curiosity, that masochistic itch, won. I hit accept. The lobby hummed. Then his voice crackled through. Deep, familiar, laced with that Stanford polish. "Allricht, mystery man. Let's hear that ego. You sound like you compensate for something small." I froze, mic muted for a beat. Swallowed. Forced a gravelly drawl, pitching it lower. Says the guy hiding behind a firewall. "Scared I'll outplay you again." He laughed. God, that laugh. Warm, rumbling, like thunder over Lake Erie. "Outplay? You cheesed me with meta trash. Real skills what I want. What's your story, ghost? You play like you've got a grudge." My avatar spawned, but I was miles away, back in the gym, his shoulder brushing mine during warm-ups. "No grudge," I lied, voice steadying. "Just love watching hotshots burn." We dove in, swords clashing in virtual sparks. He was relentless, predicting my moves, but I adapted, weaving traps. Banter flowed, sharp, flirty in that gamer way. "Nice dodge," he'd grunt after I evaded. "You're not bad, Ryder." By round 4, sweat slicked my palms, not from the game but the thrill. His voice wrapped around me, pulling threads I'd long buried. We tied. Post-game, silence stretched. Then, "You're good. Too good. Rematch tomorrow? Same time." I unmuted, heart in my throat. "Maybe, if you beg." Another laugh. "Deal." Click. Gone. I collapsed back, staring at the ceiling fan's lazy spin. What the hell was I doing? This wasn't teasing anymore. It was dancing on a ledge, one wrong step from the truth crashing down. But as sleep tugged, Jake's voice echoed. Not the rival's taunt, but something softer, like an invitation. I didn't know it then, but that night marked the unraveling. The prank that became a bridge. The rival who became everything. Morning hit like a hangover. Classes blurring into notes I didn't process. Psych 101 droned about attachment theory, but my brain looped on last night's match. By afternoon, I'd caved, queuing up early. He was there, waiting. Eager much. Equipped, voice steadier now. Couldn't sleep. "You?" His tone was casual, but underneath, curiosity. "Nah. Dreaming of noobs." Lies. I dreamed of him. Faceless at first, then sharpening into memory. Jake at prom, tie loose, stealing glances across the dance floor while I slow danced with Emily to cover. We played. Lost track of time. Hours melted, strategies shared. Backstories hinted. He was pre-law, hating the grind, loving the game's chaos. "It's freedom," he said. "No expectations." I nodded to my screen, spilling bits of my own facade. "Yeah. Well, expectations suck. Grew up in a box, had to punch out." Sounds rough. Family? Complicated. The word hung heavy. My parents' calls were weekly interrogations. "Seeing anyone?" Straight as. "Never happy." His turn. "Mine's all surface. Dad wants clerkships. Mom wants Instagram perfection." Game's my middle finger to it all. Vulnerability cracked open, just a sliver. Enough to make my chest ache. We scheduled more daily now. "Rematch ritual," he joked. I laughed, but inside, panic brewed. The fake profile was a house of cards. One wind and it'd topple. A week in, disaster loomed. Mid-match, a glitch, server lag. My real email pinged for verification. Ghostwriter 87, linked to my UCLA account. Stupid oversight. I minimized, heart hammering, but too late. Notification. Friend request on Steam. From Jake Harlan. Real name. Real photo, him in Stanford gear, smirking at the camera, eyes that same piercing blue. Voice chat died. I typed, gotta bounce. Hardware crash. Wait. What's your real handle? Let's squad up proper. Later. Log off. Slam laptop. Pace the room. Breath ragged. How? Why? The prank reversed. He was hunting me now, not the ghost. That night I didn't sleep. Stared at the ceiling, replaying every word. The flirt in his laughs. The way he'd linger on good game like praise. Was it just bro energy? Or? By dawn, resolve hardened. Delete the profile. Block him. Fade back to anonymity. But as I hovered over delete, his avatar stared back. Flaming night, sword sheathed but ready. And damn it, I wanted that rematch. Not the game. Him. I didn't delete. Instead, I messaged, Steam's LSW87. Add me. But if you suck, I'm out. Seconds later, accept. Then voice call. Ellis. His voice shock, then warmth. No way. The Ellis? From Lincoln. Yeah. I breathed. The one and only. Silence. Then, you sneaky bastard. Ghost Rider was you? All that trash talk. Guilty. Laughter bubbled. Nervous. Why? Truth clawed up. Payback. That's what still stings. He chuckled. Man, I knew it was personal. But, it's cool. Kinda hot, actually. The chase. Hot. The word landed like a spark on dry grass. I swallowed. So, rematch? For real this time. Tomorrow. And Ellis? Thanks for the hunt. Made Stanford bearable. Call ended. I flopped back, grinning like an idiot. The ledge? I was jumping. But ledges have drop-offs. I didn't know yet how deep. The next few weeks blurred into a rhythm that felt dangerously like addiction. Classes by day, econ lectures where I doodle sword icons in margins, esports marathons by night. Jake and I squadded up, voices syncing like we'd never parted. No more fake barbs, just raw synergy. He'd call out flanks, Ellis, you're 6. And I'd cover our avatars dancing in lethal harmony. Off game, talks veered deeper. His pressure to come out as bi, wait, bi. The hookups that left him hollow. My closet, the crushes I'd buried under rebounds and rebounds. B. He dropped it casual one night, post-win high. Yeah, girls, guys. Doesn't matter if it's real. My mic went silent, brain short-circuiting. Jake Harlan, golden straight Jake, wasn't straight. The revelation hit like rewriting history. Every brush in the hall, every intense stare, reframed. Hope flickered, treacherous. You're quiet, he noted, avatar idling in the hub. Processing, I admitted. Didn't peg you for. Flexible. He snorted. Peg. Nice. Nah, it's whatever. Dad would flip, though. Harlan men don't dilly-dally. I laughed, but it ached. My own silence loomed larger. Coming out to him felt like handing over a grenade. Pin poulet. Real life intruded slowly. A campus party invite, UCLA's fall mixer, thumping bass from frat row. I almost skipped, but roommate Nate dragged me. Live a little, Ellis. You're always glued to that screen. The house pulsed. Red cups, laughter, bodies grinding to EDM. I nursed a beer, scanning for exits, when my phone buzzed. Jake, squad tonight? Or you ditching for co-eds? Typing back, party, boring AF. You, library grind, jealous. Grin split my face. Of books? Kinky. His reply, emoji devil horns. Then, send pic, proof of life. Snap, me with a solo cup, fake smile. Send. Minutes later, cute, but that guy's eyeing you, blue shirt. Shoot your shot. Heart stuttered. Not jealousy, advice? I glanced. Some lacrosse bro, oblivious. Nah, not my type. Blonde? Built? Come on. Not that. Delete. Retype. Complicated. Dude. Spill. Beer buzz loosened tongue. Let's say my type's 6'2", smug. Plays like a demon. Silence. Dots danced. Harlan heat. I froze, thumb hovering. Abort? No, truth or bust. Yeah. More silence. Then, prove it. Visit. Stanford's only a drive. Oh. Weekend. Weekend. I bailed the party early, pulse racing. Nate ribbed. Hot date with your gamer bro? I shrugged. Heat rising. If only. Friday dawned crisp. SoCal sun mocking my nerves. Pack duffel. Jeans? Hoodie? Lies for parents. Study group. Highway stretched north. 101 hugging the coast. Waves crashing like applause. Spotify looped indie folk. Lyrics about lost boys hitting too close. Stanford loomed. Red tile roofs. Quads green as envy. Jake waited at the gate, leaning on a bike rack. Jeans faded. Stanford tee hugging shoulders I'd only glimpsed in pixels. Real. Breathtaking. Ellis? He grinned, pulling me into a bro hug that lingered half-second too long. His scent. Cedar cologne. Faint sweat. Home. Ditched the armor? I teased, nodding at civvies. Figured you'd appreciate the view. Wink. Easy as ever. Campus tour devolved to hang out. Arcade in the student union, where he crushed me at Street Fighter, payback for Ghost Rider. Then ramen joint off campus, slurping noodles while he vented pre-law woes. It's soul suck. You? Comp sci. Media arts. Games, stories, the escape stuff. He nodded, eyes soft. Makes sense. You're a storyteller. That fake profile? Plot twist of the year. Laughter faded to quiet. Wasn't all fake, I murmured. The grudge? Real. But you? Always got under my skin. His fork paused. Ditto. Thought it was hate. Turns out. Shrug. Complicated. Air thickened. We walked back, stars pricking the sky, his shoulder bumping mine. At his dorm, single, perks of legacy. Awkwardness peaked. Couch? He offered, tossing blanket. Yeah. I crashed, mind whirling. Midnight texts from home. Safe. Reply. Golden. Sleep evaded. His breathing even across the room. What if I crossed? What if he didn't? Morning. Pancakes, his specialty. Burnt edges, syrup rivers. Fuel for rematch, he declared, firing up laptops. We played. Feet tangling under table, accidental on purpose. His laugh closer, richer. Win for me. Brag rights, I crowed. He leaned in, eyes locking. Glaiing. Time stretched. Then, his hand on mine, thumb tracing knuckle. Ellis, this weekend. It's not just gaming. Breath caught. No. No. Pull closer. Lips brushed. Tentative, electric. World narrowed. His mouth warm, tasting of coffee and certainty. Kiss deepened, hands roaming shirts but soft, exploring, not claiming. We broke, foreheads pressed. Been waiting since Ohio, he whispered. Me too. Bliss bubble. Days merged. Hikes in the hills, whispered confessions. He came out junior year, small circle only. I spilled my closet, fears tumbling. Dad'll disown me, I said, tracing his jaw. Won't. And if? You've got me. Promise sealed with kisses, chaste but searing. Sunday loomed, goodbye loomed. Drive back. Windows down, his hand on my thigh till the split. Weekly, he vowed. No ghosts. UCLA swallowed me, but lighter. Nate noticed. You're glowing, man. Spiel. Just. Good games. Grin. Truth simmered. But cracks showed. Midterms hit. Calls shortened. Swamped, he'd say. I'd nod, ignoring the twinge. Then, the message that gutted, from a mutual friend, group chat ping. Photo. Jake at a party, arm around a sorority girl. Brunette. Laughing. Caption. Harlan heat strikes again. Stanford nights. Context? None. But implication. Knife twist. I texted. Nice date. Dots. What? Oh, that's Sarah. Study buddy. Nothing. Looked cozy. Jealous. Tease but edged. Maybe. Honesty burned. Chill. It's us. Ellis. Okay. Shelved it. But shelves buckle. Next weekend, I drove up eager, armed with his favorite energy drinks. Dorm empty. Note. Practice. Meet at quad. Quad him tossing frisbee with teammates. I watched, wave tentative. He spotted, jogged over, hug quick, public. Hey. Game later. Sure. Sting muted. Evening match, but distracted. He lost focus. Rage quit mid-sorry. Stress. Talk. He sighed. Dad's pushing internship LA firm. Visits next week. Ah. Subtext. Scrutiny. We kissed. Fiercer. Needier. But post he pulled back. Gotta pace. Finals. Driving home, doubt gnawed. Was us real or pixels? Back in Westwood, isolation crept. Nate dragged me to another party, same frat, different night. Booze flowed. I drank to drown. Then her. Emily. Lincoln High X UCLA transfer. Ellis. Squeal hug. OMG. Small world. Catching up. Majors, boys. Still single? She winked. Complicated. Slur. Dance? Why not? Floor packed, body swaying. Her hands on hips, familiar, safe. Phone buzzed, Jake. Where you at? Text. Party. Like you. Dots. With who? X. Chill. Which X? Emily. Silence. Then. The cheerleader? From prom. Yeah. Call incoming. I stepped out, air cool. Ellis. What? You said complicated. This it? No. Just dancing. With prom girl. After my party pick. Tit for tat. Not like that. Frustration boiled. You're the one with study buddies. That's bullshit. Sarah's straight. Group thing. And Emily's. History. Hurt laced his voice. Thought we were past history. We are. Then act it. Click. Stormed back in, anger fueling shots. Nate. Trouble. Always. Monday, radio silence. My texts. Unread. Panic clawed. Logged in, his profile offline. Ghosted by the ghostee. Begged mutuals. He okay. Vague. Busy. Week 2. Breakdown. Curled in bed. Replaying kisses. Fights. The betrayal? Mine, the fake start poisoned it. Or his hiding us from the world. Rock bottom. Voicemail from dad. Heard you're slacking. Man up, son. Click. Tears hot. Dialed mom. I need to talk. Anything, honey. Words stuck. Hung up. Resolution sparked. Truth. Full throttle. Drove to Stanford unannounced. Rain slicking 101. Wipers slashing doubts. Gate. Security waved through. His dorm, light on. Knocked. Door swung him, disheveled, eyes widening. Ellis? What the? Rematch. Pushed in, door shutting. No pixels. Real. He backed against wall, arms crossed. You show up after ghosting? I didn't, you did. Space. Needed it. For what? To party hop. Jesus, nu. For this. Gestured between us. It's fast. Scary. Scary good. Stepped closer. Or just scary? His guard cracked. Both. Dad's visit interrogated everything. Who's this Ellis? Saw texts. Shit. And, said friend. Leet. Shame flickered. Hate it. But coming out full? Not yet. I deflated. Me neither. But hiding? Kills. Agreement hung. Then his hand on my neck. Pulling.
Kish. Desprit. Roinskented.
Don't go back, he murmured. Stay. Night blurred. Tangled sheets, whispers, not heat, but anchor.
Står i svappet till dawn. Fierce. Dreams.
Want a life, he said. With you in it. Open, eventually. Ditto. Sleep claimed, safe. Morning coffee, plans. Weekly, no excuses. Promise renewed. But promises test. Back in LA, equilibrium teetered. A call from home. Dad's voice steel. Visit soon. Talk. Dread pooled. Truth's hourglass ran low. Fall bled into winter, SoCal's mild chill mocking Midwest longings. Jake and I carved a routine. Friday drives alternating, weekends stolen. Hikes in Big Sur fog, bonfires on Santa Cruz beaches where waves whispered secrets. Public, handholds hidden, glances loaded. Private, worlds collided. His dorm playlists of Bon Iver ballads, my sketches of our avatars fused, knight and rider, entwined. Love bloomed quiet, roots deep in shared silences, blooming in I got you, texts at 3 a.m., but roots snag rocks, conflict brewed in whispers. His internship interviews, Dad's shadow lengthening. He likes you, Jake confided over FaceTime, face pixelated but pained. Thinks you're solid influence. If only. I forced laugh. Tell him I'm corrupting you with queer theory readings. Ha! Soon. But soon stretched elastic under pressure. My side cracked first. Christmas break loomed Ohio pull, family orbit. Mom's emails. Can't wait. Bringing a friend. Subtle probe. I packed lies. Gifts grin. Flight home. Turbulence mirroring gut. Airport pickup. Dad's truck. Silent drive. Home unchanged. Picket fence. Cross-stitched. Bless this mess. Dinner. Turkey dry. Talk dryer. How's that girl, Emily? Dad prodded, passing rolls. Ancient history. Fork scrape. Mom. Plenty fish, honey. Prey on it. Bedroom sanctuary. Posters faded. Basketball trophy mocking. Midnight scroll. Jake's snap. Stanford snow. Rare. Tongue out. Miss you. Survive the Inquisition. Reply heart emoji. But sleep evaded. Ghosts crowding. Old crushes. Locker whispers. Break dragged. Church. Eyes down during sermons on traditional unions. Family game nights. My laughs hollow. Eve of return. Bonfire with high school crew. Ex-teammates. Beers cracked. Ellis. Callie softened you. Ribs. Slaps. Then him. Tyler. Bench warmer from squad. Buzzed. Bold. Heard you're different now. Slur on different. Chill wind. Meaning. He shrugged. Eyes sly. Just sayin'. Watch your back. Threat veiled. Venom real. I bailed early. Truck tires spinning gravel. Home. Mirror stare. Enough. New Year's. Jake's text. Resolution. Us out. You. Same. Bold words. Fragile spine. Spring semester. Storm gathered. Jake's dad visited LA layover. Dinner invite. Neutral ground, he said. We met at In-N-Out, burgers shielding nerves. Harlan Sr. Silver Fox. Suit sharp. Son speaks highly. Esports whiz. Tryin' dot. Grin. Probe followed future family. Plans for settling? Good woman waiting. Jake stiffened. I jumped. Plenty time. Love finds its way. Eyes narrowed. Direct. Like it. But later, Jake. He knows. Senses. Paranoia seeded. Matches turn tense, arguments over strats mirroring us. You're holding back. He'd snap in game. Like you. Retort. Breaks. Makeup sex, wait no just closeness. Cuddles. Confessions. Love you. First slip post-fight. His echo. Ditto idiot. Love. Anchor in Gale. Gale peaked April. Stanford tourney. Esports Nationals qualifier. Jake's team, favorites. I drove up. Good luck charm. Arena. Electric. Crowds chanting. Screens blazing. He spotted me in stands, wink across sea. Match brutal. His squad dominated semis, but finals? Rival guild, UC Berkeley, Metamasters. Tied sets. Decisive round. Jake mained. Fingers flying. I watched. Breath synced. Then glitch. Lag spike, his ULT dropped. Loss. Buzzer. Silence crashed. Backstage, him helmet off, face ashen. Teammates clapped shoulders, he waved off. I pushed through. Hey! Eyes met raw. Choked. Again. Not. Like playoffs. You know. Fist clenched. I pulled him aside, hall dim. That wasn't choke. Tech fail. Feels like. Voice broke. Dad's watching. Everything. He's proud. Of what? Loser son with distractions. Distractions. Me.
Gut punch.
Then drop him. He recoiled. What? If I'm the weight. You're not. Grabbed my arm. Shit. Ellis. It's everything. Pressure cooker. Then vent. To me. Us against it. Gnawed. Shaky. Hug fierce. But seed planted doubt. Post-tourney. Drift. Calls sparse. Coaching sessions. Excuse. I nodded, buried in finals. May bomb dropped. Mutual friend, Stanford kid. Drunk tweet. Photo Jake. Bar kissing a guy. Not me. Lean build. Dark hair. Caption. Heat's got moves. By pride. World tilted. Screenshot to him. Explain. Reply. It's nothing. Old friend. Drunk. Friend? Lips say otherwise. Jealousy's ugly Ellis. Betrayal's uglier. Send. Block. Rage-fueled purge. Deleted profiles. Blocked numbers. Nate found me wrecked. Breakup. Worse. Heartbreak. He hugged. Ice cream.
No.
Action. Bowed out. To parents. Clean break. Call home. Mom answered. Honey. Mom. I'm gay. Silence. Then sob. Knew. Hoped. But love you. Relief flooded. Dad next. Gruff. That so? Well, you're my boy. Always. Tears. Bridge crossed. But Jake? Abyss. Weeks radio silent. Summer job. Game store clerk. Ironic. Customers blurred. Mind replayed kisses. Fights. July 4th. Beach bonfire. LA sprawl. Fireworks cracked sky. Phone buzzed unknown. Voicemail his voice cracked. Ellis. Fucked up. That pic? Panic move. After tourney. Dad cornered. Shape up or ship out. I spiraled. Hooked up with ex regret city. But you blocking? Killed me. I love you. Rematch? Please. Delete? No. Save. Replay. Heart ward. Trust shattered. But love lingered. Drove north. Fireworks fading.
Stanford Gates. Familiar.
Dorm. Light off.
Halang.
Checked out. Family emergency. Emergency. Ice in veins. Texted friend. What's up? Reply. Bad. Dad found out about the guy. Freaked. Sent him to conversion camp. Ohio. Camp. The word curdled. Rage. Fear tsunami. Booked flight. Red eye wallet drained. Ohio. Swelter. Cicadas screaming. Harlan estate. Manicured. Mocking. Gate buzzed. Mrs. Harlan answered. Poised. Pained. Ellis? He mentioned. Jake. Where? Facility. Upstate. Dad's idea. Fix. But he's fighting. Address scribbled. Drive. Backroads. Dread coiling. Facility. Squat building cross looming. Fence topped barbed. Sign. Pathway to wholeness. Reception. Clipboard woman. Smile plastic. Visitor. Patients in session. Family emergency. Hesitate. Wait here. Minutes him. Jake. Thinner. Eyes hollow, but fire banked. Ellis. Whisper. Pulled him out, hall echoing. What the hell? Dad's ultimatum. Out or this. And you chose? Didn't. Ran. They're holding till he calms. Arms crushed. Not alone. Ever. Tears his. Ruined us. Fixable.
Kishforid.
Rematch starts now. Security loomed, we bolted car, highway. His phone, Dad's texts, rage please. Go back, Jake urged. I'll handle.
No.
We. Airport. Tickets one way LA. Flight. Hands clasped, plans frantic. Transfer? Ukla. Done. Grin faint. If you'll have me. Always. Landing. Nate's couch. Temporary. Jake. Calls home. Voice steel. I'm by. Love Ellis. Accept or lose me. Line dead. Days silence then email truce. Come home. Talk. But home shifted. August. Move in, shared apartment off campus. Tiny, ours. Sports tryouts, UCLA squad, him shining. I coached, pride swelling. Fall out. Campus pride walk, signs rainbow, chants bold. Hand in hand, world watching. Dad visited. Awkward dinner, but nod. Happy. Yeah. Good. Humanity in cracks. Forgiveness slow, but growing. Betrayal scarred, but love healed. One night, post-win. Laptops glow, avatars synced. Rematch, he teased. Every day. Kiss. Fade to black. No dawn. The apartment smelled like takeout Thai and possibility. Our first place, a shoebox in Westwood with creaky floors and a view of nothing but ambition. Jake crashed on the futon those first weeks. Duffel unpacked. Eyes scanning for exits even in sleep. I'd wake to his silhouette by the window, phone in hand, thumb hovering over Dad's contact like it was a live wire. Breathe, I'd murmur, pulling him back to bed. Not for heat, just holding bodies anchors in the storm he'd fled. Rebuilding was gritty work. Therapy first, campus counselor, no-nonsense Latina with a dry wit. Trauma's like bad code, she told Jake. Debug or crash. He went twice weekly, emerging quieter but steadier. Me? Group sessions for queer kids. Circle shares where I spilled the fake profile fiasco. Laughs mingling with my shame. Props for the drama, one guy quipped. Shakespeare who? School ramped. Him in poli-sci now, debating ethics with fire. Me scripting indie games, pixels channeling our chaos. The sports club bonded us. Squad nights where he'd main carry. Me support, calls of flank left, echoing like war cries. Wins stacked, nationals whisper growing. Off-court, dates bloomed. Griffith Observatory stargazing, his head on my shoulder, constellations mapping futures. See that? Orion's belt, our road. He'd say, cheesy but mine. Family fractures mended crooked. My parents visited, mom hugging Jake tentative. Dad grilling him on prospects over burgers. Law still. Gruff. Policy. Change stuff. Jake met eyes. Unflinching. Nod. Good. World's bent. Fix it. Harlan sighed. Frostier. Mrs. Harlan called weekly voicemails soft. He's missed. Doors open. Jake listened. Deleted. Dad one letter postmarked crisp. Son. Choices have costs. But blood's thicker. Jake burned it in the sink. Flames dancing blue. Thicker than lies? Nah. Betrayal's echo lingered. Not just the hookup pic, but the camp specter. Nightmares woke him. White walls, prayers that felt like chains. I'd soothe, stories of my own cage. Ohio closets, Emily Beards. We escaped. Reminder. Together. October high. Squad qualified nationals, Vegas, baby. Road trip, van crammed, energy electric. Jake drove stretches, hand on my knee, radio blasting hosier. Take me to church, ironic anthem. Stops, Joshua tree, stars carpet vast. Tent pitch, fire crackle. Remember first kiss? He asked, marshmallows toasting. Stanford, rainy. Best storm, pull close. Lips meet, slow, reverent. Hands trace, clothes shed layer by layer, but boundary held. Intimacy emotional, not urgent. Love's language, whispers, touches that said mine without possession. Vegas, strip neon assault, arena thrum. Finals, us versus MIT brains and brawn. Crowd roars, Jake's focus laser. Set 1, our win strat flawless. 2, there's cheese counter. Tiebreaker, sweat slick keys, heart sink. His ULT lands, victory. Scream, hugs crush, confetti rains. Podium, medals heavy. Kiss cam pans, hesitate. Then, lips press, world blurs. Cheers erupt. Love not shock. Headline later, UCLA's queer duo claims crown. Backlash. Trolls online, agenda push. But waves drowned them. Pride swelled. November, Thanksgiving. Joint, my folks host, Harlan's invited. Tense. Airport pickup, Jake's grip white-knuckled. Table, turkey carved, Grace's said. Dad Harlan. Arrived late, suit armored. Eyes on Jake, appraise.
Sean.
Yeah. Metal flashed. Grunt. Talk veered. Politics. Safe. Dessert. Pie slices. Mom's prompt. Family's what we make. Harlan Sr. cleared throat. I. To Jake. Proud. Of the win. Not all but start. Handshake offered, mind taken firm. Drive home. Jake exhaled. Crack in the ice. Melts slow. December. Holidays loomed. My Ohio run him tagging brave. Flight. Nerves jangle. Home. Snow dusted. Mom's embrace. Dad, clap on back. Brought the champ. Town whispers. Ellis's boy? But gym pickup game, Jake schooling locals, laughs shared. Christmas Eve church pew, hands laced hidden. Sermon. Love thy neighbor. Amen echoed true. New Year LA bash, squad party. Countdown, his arms circle. To us. Us. A climax brewed unseen. January. Anonymous email to Jake's dean. Unfit for leadership. Deviant. Esports presidency bid tanked. Finger, Dad? Proofless but venom matched. Rage. Jake stormed. He's winning.
No.
Fight smart. Anonymous back. Leak. Harlan Sr.'s firm. Pharma scandals. Not us, whistleblower tip. Fallout, headlines, Dad lawyered up. Call from Mrs. Harlan. He's broken. Blames himself. For you. Jake, good. Me, enough. Bridget. Meeting, neutral coffee shop. Snow flurrying. Harlan Sr. Agard.
Son.
Dad. Words war. Accusations, apologies veiled. I pushed. Feared losing you. You did. Jake Steele. To fear. Pause. Ellis. Nod to me. Influence. Love. Eyes close. Then. Keep him safe. Truce fragile. Handshake. Drive away, Jake wept. Over. Healing. Spring bloom. Nationals rematch, defend title. Prep grueling, but joy-laced. One night. Laptop idle, talk turns. Marry me. Half joke, ring from gumball. Cheapskate. But yes, whispered. Graduation loomed. Caps, gowns. Mine first, media arts degree. Indie game launch. Ghost rematch. Our story coded subtle. Premiere. Packed. Jake front row. Credits roll. For Jay, my night. Tears his. After party. Dance floor. Sway slow. Proud. Always. His turn, Stanford Con, law degree, speech on equity. Me in crowd. Sign. Heat's mine. Laughs. Summer road trip. Cross country. Route 66 dust. Stops. Grand Canyon awe, Nashville fiddles. One night. Motel neon. Future. Us. Open. Out full. Articles, podcasts. From rivals to lovers. Backlash faded. Allies rose. But humanity's shade. Not all bows. Dad Harlan visited dinner, terms. Grandkids. Probe. Adopt. Or surrogates. Love first. Acceptance grudging. Time. Fall, new chapter, him clerking DC, me LA studio. Long distance test. Calls daily, visits monthly. Fights. Time zones. Fatigue. Miss your voice. Texts. Rematch soon. Climax echo. DC rally, queer rights, him speaking. Me fly out, surprise. Podium. Love isn't rival. It's team. Crowd roars. I join stage, mic share. From fake profiles to forever.
Quiche. Cameras flash.
World sees. Betrayal's scar. Faint now, lesson etched. Trust rebuilt brick by truth. Years folded like origami. Sharp creases of challenge, soft curves of grace. DC suited Jake. Suits tailored, causes fierce. He clerked for a judge pushing marriage equality. Late nights drafting briefs that chipped at walls I'd once hidden behind. Me? LA grind. Studio gig scripting AR experiences. Games where avatars chose paths, closet or courage. Our story inspired one. Echo profile. Beta testers tearing up at the reunion arc. Cathartic. Reviews gushed. Cathartic. Yeah. Distance bit first year, flights pricey. Fatigue bone deep. Fights flared over FaceTime. You sound checked out. I'd accuse. Pixels hiding exhaustion. Trials, babe. Not you. Reassure but doubt nipped heels. Visits anchored. Him in my shoebox apartment. Cooking pasta lopsided. Me in his sleek efficiency. Debating SCOTUS over takeout. Intimacy evolved. Nights tangled. Boundaries blurring to passion's edge. But always consents whisper. This? Yes. Love's fire. Banked but bright. Humanity intruded gentle. My parents. Annual visits. Mom knitting rainbow scarves. Dad grumbling politics but toasting to the boys. Jake's mom. Brunches, reconciliation slow. Stories of his childhood. Baby photos swapped. Dad Harlan, the holdout. Holiday cards only. Words warming. Well done, son. Progress in ink. Climax revisited. Anniversary 2. Vegas Nationals. Alumni match. Squad reunited. Van karaoke to old anthems. Arena. Lights blaze. Crowd hours. Finals. Rematch MIT. Grudge sweet. Jake Maines, I coach sidelines. Set decider. Lag threatens, but sync holds. ULT seals. Victory roar. Podium. Rings exchanged. Simple bands. Vows murmured. From Tease to this. Crowd cheers. Confetti gay as pride. Post. Reception desert bar. Stars witnesses. Nate toasts. To rivals who rewrite rules. Laughter. Dances cheek to cheek. Life layered. His promotion senior advisor White House whisper. Mine. Game Emmy nod. Echo streamed global. Talks turned. Kids. Him tentative. Yeah. Us dads. Surrogate hunt. Clinics, hopes. First try, miss. Shared. Ice cream midnight. Second, positive. Joy tsunami, ultrasounds, kicks felt. Birth. LA hospital. Dawn light. Boy. Ellis Harlan Wright. Fists flailing. Jake weeps. Perfect. Me. Ours. Parenting chaos. Diapers. Lullabies, hosier soft. Nights, him rocking. Me scripting one-handed. Family grew. Ohio summers. DC cherry blossoms. Betrayal's ghost. Vanquished. One night. Post-colic calm. Remember the fake? He chuckles. Best prank. Led here. Rematch every day. Ages spin. Toddler tantrums to T-ball triumphs. Little E gamer innate. Avatars dancing. Like daddies, he beams. Jake's run. Counsel. Suits sharper. Voice national. Advocating foster queer kids. Reforms rippling. Me studio head. Stories centering margins. Twilight test. Dad Harlan's decline. Cancer quiet. Hospice. Jake bedside. Hand held. Regrets. Horse. Few. You. Happy. Ecstatic.
Kish bro.
Thanks, Dad. Passing. Peace. Funeral words Jake's. He tried. Loved hard, wrong ways. Forgive. Crowd nods, healing circles. Us. Silver threads, him gray at temples, me laugh lines deep. Vows renew. Beach. Waves witness. Still. Always. Epilogue echo. Ease graduation valedictorian. Speech on identity. My dad's taught. Rivals build. Not break. Us front row hands clasp. Fade. Sunset court. Basketball hoops empty. Echoes of swats past. Ball toss him to me. Your shot. Drive. Swish. Win. Humanity's arc. Not straight triumph, but bend toward light. From fake tease to real forever rematch eternal.